Morning everybody. Do you like those roses? Look quite nice, don't they? This bush is looking really nice at the moment. Thought I'd go in the garden again. And day 7 of Proverbs. So, Proverbs 10 verse 7, it says this: the memory of the righteous will be a blessing, but the name of the wicked will rot. Hope you can hear me. There's a lot of background noise. There's somebody doing some work, but once again we're building on the previous verse, which is a contrast between the righteous and the wicked. Two ways to live, no grey areas for this guy. I wonder, what will you be remembered for? Perhaps you'll be remembered for a bad habit, or a bit grumpy maybe, or something more positive. We can be remembered for all sorts of things, can't we? Count Zinzendorf was a godly man who kicked off a 100-year-long prayer meeting. They had a prayer tower in the Moravian community where he lived, and it went on for for 100 years. It started in the 18th century, and his goal in life was preach the gospel, die, and be forgotten. And that's a godly, humble approach, isn't it? Only concern for God's glory. That's a good approach. But it's a beautiful thought, isn't it, that a righteous life will be remembered. Perhaps you know people who modelled righteousness to you in your life. Even though they're gone, their memory, their example lingers on. And perhaps you might make decisions based on what they might do. Of course, this proverb isn't saying build your monoliths and inscribe all your good works and good deeds on it. Of course not. So that people wouldn't forget them. It's not saying that. It wants to leave it with God. He will remember. We don't have to drop hints, do we, about what we do. We can trust that God sees all that we do in His name. And of course, His opinion is all that matters. Again, we're not told how it will be a blessing, but I'm sure it's not hard to imagine. But what a contrast in that the name of the wicked will rot. In the previous verse, violence comes from the mouth of the wicked. In this verse, their name will rot. Shame and dishonour will be their memory if they're remembered at all. Later on we'll read in Proverbs 22 verse 1 that a good name is more desirable than great riches. To be esteemed is better than silver or gold. So what will be remembered for? Will people think of us as a godly example? Somebody to copy? Or will we be remembered for all the wrong reasons? Of course, we all want to leave something for our children when we die. Usually it's some money, isn't it? Or perhaps some property or something precious. What better than to leave a legacy of faith, of faithfulness, to be known by them as somebody who read his Bible, who prayed, somebody who served God's people, and to have been a good example. And the important thing is, even if we're forgotten, we're not forgotten by God. It's worth serving well, it's worth following Him faithfully. 1 Corinthians 11 verse 1, follow my example as I follow the example of Christ. Have you blessing, guys. I'll leave you with one last look at the roses. They're looking great, aren't they? Look at that, isn't that beautiful? There you go. Speak soon.